Greetings, everyone. Welcome to CSEC Agricultural Science. This course, you will learn about agricultural science in the Caribbean. I'd like to start with an introduction. And here in this introduction, we'll be looking at explaining the relationship between agriculture and agricultural science. These are two different things. Explain the history of agriculture in the Caribbean. Describe conventional and non-conventional crops and livestock farming systems. And finally, explain the principles that govern organic farming. So at the end of this lecture, you should be able to do these things. So let's dive straight into the content. So we're looking at an introduction to agriculture. And firstly, we're going to look at the relationship between agriculture and agricultural science. Now, what is the difference between the two? Agriculture, as we may know, basically the growing of crops and the rearing of animals. But if you want to get even more deeper into the meaning, we can look at this definition here. It is the science and art or exercise of cultivating the soil, producing crops, and taking care of livestock, which is animals, and may also include the preparation and selling of the resulting goods and products. So, in other words, this is saying that agriculture is a science, which is an observation or something that involves getting things done in terms of trial and error and such. It's exercise of cultivating the soil, producing crops, and taking care of animals. So we have three important things when you look at agriculture. You're looking at the soil, crops, and animals. Yeah, these are the three things that we want to pay attention to. Another definition we have here is the science, art, or profession concerned with land and crop cultivation and animal husbandry, what we call farming on a whole. So here again we come back with the land, the crop, and the animals. And lastly, we have producing crops, livestock, or poultry. Now, what makes this different from agricultural science? Now, I have a definition here for agricultural science. Agricultural science, science is dealing with the manufacturing and processing of food. Now, that's the difference here: processing and manufacturing of food. So, in agriculture, where we go about planting our seeds or sowing our seeds and growing plants and aiding in the production of fruits and vegetables. Here we see in agricultural science that this is where man will have the influence of changing these foods into different byproducts and such. So this may include the knowledge or the techniques of soil cultivation, crop cultivation, and reaping, as well as animal production. And here we go again with the processing of plant and animal products for the utilization and consumption of humans. So basically what we're looking at here is that the agriculture involves a natural process of using the land to produce crops and animals and stuff. And the agricultural science is when we ourselves, or the scientists, or so the farmers, influence or change these natural products that we receive. Here we have another definition: an extensive multidisciplinary field of biology that includes the parts of exact, natural, economic, and social sciences that are used in the practice and understanding of agriculture. I usually tell people, or I usually tell my students, agriculture itself is more integrated than integrated science because it encompasses all different fields of study from the sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, to construction. We talk about buildings and farm mechanics and farm machinery, and all, even to the economic and social aspects of society, because it involves buying and selling, it involves attraction. There is agrotourism and all these agrotourism, sorry, and all these things. Well, I guess there's agrotourism as well. But where does all this started from? Where have this started from? So we can move on now. Well, we can look at, we can say agricultural science involves the processing of these of agriculture. So now we're going to look at the history of agriculture, where this originated from. And here we have well, a broad history of agriculture here, and we know that agriculture started back in way back in time. We were hunter gatherers, where I guess the male or the more tough persons in the village or in the group, the family, will go out and hunt animals and stuff, hunt and kill animals, and that required a lot of energy. And I guess the others will go and pick berries and such like that. And this is also a risky practice, because you don't know what is good, you don't know what is poisonous, and it's a lot of trial and error, as I mentioned before, when it comes to that. Eventually, they moved on into what we call nomadic herdsmen, and this is where they actually, because it's an observation, huh? They noticed that the animals, or the more docile animals, let's say the cattle and stuff like that, they noticed that they move in herds, right? So the humans back in the time will follow these herds, and as they follow them, they will just, I guess, pick off the weaker ones where they can, consume and stuff. So they always have a already available source of energy, because at the end of the day, food is energy, and that's what we seek. Eventually, we move to what we call shifting cultivation, and shifting cultivation basically have to do with, they're gonna burn an entire area, or they're gonna clear an entire land area, and then they're gonna cultivate that area, and then when they're harvesting stuff, they're gonna move to another area where they repeat such practice. That's why you have to, it gives in this name, slash and burn. Eventually moved on to settled agriculture, and this is where persons start to actually do their farming practices, they cultivate the land around them, designate a certain area for farming practices, even taking the more docile animals and domesticate them, and involve them into the farming and everything like that. And that is the agriculture that we have today. And as we move further along in history, we can look at pre-colonial agriculture. When we look at the history of agriculture in the Caribbean, pre-colonial agriculture, we're talking about the Amerindians and such, when they were dominant here, they focused mainly on producing corn. And as a matter of fact, it's through the constant cultivation of a plant called teosinte. I believe that's the spelling, and the pronunciation. It's a black, very hard shelled plant that was cultivated back in the days, and we have reasons to believe that these teosinte eventually evolved